this is the first, for this year, and I'll say thank you all for being with us for throughout 2022, and we're starting also by the grace of God on a new note, and we can see that the market also globally and locally are still volatile but looking upward in up direction. It tells you that something good is in for us investors this year by God's grace. That means we need to take our investment strategy, investment horizon to the next level by going for what? Information. Information is key, and this is the time for you to do what we call effective combination of what? Your fundamental and your technical analysis for your decision taking. Like I always emphasize, in any of the classes, that being in the market at the right time and buying into the right stock at the right time, and also knowing how to do this effectively on your own, is what will keep you ahead of the market. Before now, we have seen that many investors or traders are still complaining, not because they don't know what to do, but because the process of their trading, either they are depending on their what, on their broker, or they are depending on their advisor before they take decision. But now, for those that are in this platform, with all we are sharing, I will encourage that do it yourself is what we expect you to do this year. Do it yourself. That means you must try and trade online on your time, on your own. That means you create that time on how to do this, or when to do this, because it is necessary. This is your hard earned money, and we are seeing an opportunity opening in our local market here as a result of what I said earlier. The financial market and economic and political reset we're seeing. We're going to expect to see a policy shift, and that shift will also create opportunity for players in this market. That means you must be ready for the market. And the first way to start this market is that you must have a roadmap to start this year. If you have done try and error in the previous year, this is not what to do this year. And on this note, I'm starting that you must have what? Your trade plan. You must have what? Your investment objective. That investment objective, you have your goal, you have your strategy, yeah, your exit strategy, your profit target, and also your stop loss. Your stop loss is as important as well your stop picks. As you are picking your stop to position, also you must make sure that your stop loss is going along with it, so that when the market go against you, you're able to manage your hard-earned money, your tradable fund. That means you must invest wisely this year, and I believe we are here to also to continue to guide you on what to do. And I said it earlier again that the event that shaped 2022 market is likely to continue in this year, but in another dimension. That means those that are able to understand those volatility that we saw in that year, we able to also take advantage that this volatility will continue. And that volatility is what creates opportunity for you to buy low and sell high. Don't be carried away. We expect interest rate to a level to continue to be on that rise, but not as geometric in terms of high as we saw in 2022. But we'll see how it goes this year. As an investor, you know that every investment is against the future. That means you must look at what is happening in your environment, in your domain where you are, how it's going to shape the psychology of people in your market, the traders in your market, your investor in the market, before you can arrive on what to do. But I believe that those that have taken advantage of the bumper pack of Investdata, the new package, subscription for buy and sell cigar, Q&A, and others, in that those in that group also take advantage of that, because as investor owners, we are seeing opportunity in the market. We're going to be alerting them. Even those that are here that want to take advantage of that, you can still do, because I'll speak now about 8 to 9 stocks have given us another buy range already, and that buy range, that means you need to block into them, because we'll see that the momentum in the market and also the volatility is for profit, is for what? For capital appreciation, because market will always repeat its trend. But how are you prepared to take advantage of that trend? If you know when the trend comes, when do you enter the stock? Which stock are you going to enter? Which stock are you going to be to expect this trend? We saw that in Nigeria market, we have seen that for the past 5 years, the month of January has turned positive. The trend has repeated itself, and also that is likely to us to do that. We're already seen that sign, that trend is going to go, despite the election around the corner. Yes, but with the increasing electionary activity we're seeing, we also become clearer where whoever that emerge as president is going to head to. That means you, as an investor, you see that all these gladiators on the political terrain are people that are pro-market. They have interest on the market and of the economy. That means you need to position in those industries or those sectors, because economic reform is going to come, policy shift is going to come, and these are going to create the opportunity. That means you want to be alert in the market, and that is why you must be in that in that group where alert to be given on stock to buy. Even as life is going, you'll be getting alert there. That means you need to join that that group. That will make you to stay ahead of the market this year, especially this first quarter of the year. We expect this trend to continue. Even after election, what we call post-election rally, even during election, what we want to do, that group be getting updates. For you, I appreciate that. You are our advice and encourage that you should also be in that group, for you to take advantage of that. Yes, if you look at the global market, sorry that I'm entering the market detail. Let's start. If you look at the global market, I'll tell you the market also globally are trying to also breathe out again. After the year was not too good for this mature economy and the market around the world. Only that our market have defied the trend of headwinds and all those stuff to close positive about 20%, but other markets was in red at the end of the year. But because of what is happening globally, we are seeing that most of this market are starting the year 2023 on a better note. We are seeing those signs already coming up in this market. That means as we are seeing those trends, it has the work of trickling down to our economy in other perspective. Yes, we know that the market structure here have changed, but as we speak now, the global market are in green. And that is a good sign also for the second week of the month of January or the second week of the year 2023. As we speak now, I'll tell you that US market is also looking up, and we can see that Euro market is also looking up on the strength of what? On the strength of positive sentiment that boosted that came or that reminded from China decision to fully reopen its borders to the world for business, and also most economic data that also market that are emerging from different domains are also positive, especially the one that came from Germany within that EU environment or EU state, the European side. We can see that that's also a boost for that sentiment this morning, that we are seeing that market there are open up in green. Also, because of the sentiment of China, you can see that oil price that has been below $80 recently has also rebounded to cross above that $80. For me, it's a good sign also to show you that we expect to see good things this year. As also the crude price have remained a bit below $90, we expect that inflation figure that will come from different domains will not be as high as that means. If we're trying to see kind of a moderation in this inflation rate, what I mean consumer price index across globe, we expect that the next MPC meeting here in Nigeria and also the central bank meeting across the globe, we might not see a kind of aggressive rate hike we saw at the beginning of their activities of rate hike in the 2022. That means for US market, there is always a forecast that they are likely to also to increase their what because we're having their meeting also any moment from this January, because we expect that as they expect to see a decline in inflation figure on the Friday this week, that they are likely to see like 25 basic point hike what in rate Fed meeting for policy change or policy meeting in this month. And at the same time also in Europe, we expect that the back of the European Central Bank also is also looking at how also they can also manage now that they are seeing some economy in that zone are also coming up with improved economic data. We are seeing the production also improving in that regard. That also, if you look at Asia market as we speak also, because of this news of what China has just done in terms of opening order, but despite the ongoing crisis, we can see that the crisis in Europe, in Ukraine and Russia has also justified because of killing and all those stuff. But see, it's not affecting what we call a change of prisoners here and there. And this time, this also not affecting their Greens D as we speak. But this is also a challenge to oil price. That's why oil price continue to oscillate. But as far as the second largest economy of the world is coming from fully into business stream, into action in terms of production, we expect that it will also help to stabilize the price of crude oil, and that will be a plus for our country here if we're able to sustain our output that in the last 2 months we have seen that almost recording among the the top producing oil now in the OPEC group. It is a good one for us as a nation. But you as investor down here need to understand what is happening in your market, and that is why we need to look back to see what is the market doing here locally. And before we go into that, we want to see the market activities as we speak. At this hour, we are seeing that the market is in green, and which is good for us. If you go, this is our index action, but we are not going to start with it. But I want to give you the state of the market as we speak. I tell you that the year 2022 was okay, which I believe a lot of you have seen the review either on our site or on one of the programs we have just started the last Friday. But for today, the market is in green, and I'm not surprised seeing the market in green because the life of Ether that I lost last week that put the market down for a marginal 0.06 is up this morning. On that note, we are seeing that the market is almost going in 1.2%. That is what you can see, despite the price adjustment in PZ this morning for 1 naira, 1 kobo, no dividend declared. You can see that the market is still positive. You can see also now, as we speak, the market is trading at 51,800 and 832.08, and this that means market has no kind of break out the highest it hit that last week. Market touched 51,700 and 58, but this morning as we speak the market has break that resistance level again, heading toward to 52,000 mark. And I tell you, the possibility that market is going to surpass the 54,000 mark before the end of January is high, because as we start seeing more economic data, we expect to see the inflation figure for the month of December, and also want to also expect to see the GDP data for this for last quarter within this quarter too, and this also to shape the market. And don't forget that unaudited accounts for these companies are coming in this January. While in second quarter we start seeing corporate actions of companies that are early filers with their numbers. These are the things that will shape the market. And that same February is the election, and I will say that this is going to play out for you that are really in the market. I understand that you don't need to panic out, but rather you want to see the momentum and also the strength behind any trend you are. The stock you are, what is the momentum behind them? What are they going to hit? What is the recent target? These are the things you'll be looking at as investors. You don't need to panic at all. As I said, the market is doing 51,832.08. Market is up by 610.64 basic point, representing 1.2% up. And as we speak, we're still having a positive market breadth, which is good for us. That means we're seeing advancers and distribution line positive green. As we speak, we have 13 gainers against 6 losers. This tells the market is really up this morning. And we're seeing that both blue chip stock and high cap stock are also in this top gainers. As we speak, the top 5 gainers are Computer Warehouse Group leading, followed by Thomas Wax PLC, followed by Access Bank, Access Corp. These are the one. We can also see Chi PS, which is a consolidated Hallmark Insurance, also leading, and also have Regency. And these are the top 5. Others are good stuff to look at. Then, if you look at the losers chart, I said there are 6 losers. The top losers are ICO Insurance, Profit Taking. You can see FTN Coco, also Transcorp, then Fidelity, and what, and the Academic Press. Purely, I'll tell you, these stocks that you are doing at this point are just profit taking. That means opportunity of this stock pulling back. Most of them look attractive for you to enter, especially ICO, and the others here. You need to understand what to do. But I will tell you, as I said earlier, that about 9 stocks have entered a good buy range at this hour. For you to get those those stocks now, not to stop you by calling either immediately after the class, or you have our numbers, reach my team, they will give you those stocks immediately. For those that are in the buy and sell signal, don't need to worry. You already have those stocks in what in the subscription site where we have posted those stocks. For those ones that are happening now the market is live, you can see more opportunity. For those that want to also take advantage of this to buy, you can really reach us to get this information. These are the stocks for now. But if you look at in terms of volume, you want to know what is happening in terms of volume in the market. I don't give you insight about the market without knowing what the volume doing in the market. Volume is very, very important. Why is it important? You need to know stocks that are having what the high in terms of activities. You need to know what are the top trades. Why the top trades? Because these are the stocks that you can see that activities in them are what on the green, and because they're on the green, there's something pushing them. And because you want to be part of those to see what is pushing those stocks, that is why you want to look forward to see those stocks. That is why after looking at the gainers, you also look at the losers. You want to look at what are the names, the symbols that are also pushing the market up in the green. Once you're able to get that, you are also good to go. That you'll be in the right position as a trader or investor at any given market situation. That is why keeping your eyes in the market at all times is very, very important. Don't just put your money and just go and sleep. You must know what is happening so that you can take informed investment decision at any given time as investor. As we speak now, you can see the life of Transcorp there. You can see FBN Holding. These are the one leading. You can see also Stanbic IBTC. These are the stock at this time. You can see also Shield, also PLC. You can see rest of them. The stock. You can see First FBM holding, as I've said, you can see transport. These are the stock ones to standard Stanbic IBTC and others as what are the top in terms of volume. That you need to keep your eyes on this stock in this period. They are very, very important. Yes, good for us to now look at what is happening in the market. We want to look at these stocks that are on the gainer start. What is their position and where they are going? First of all, we want to look at what is happening in assets. But as usual, you need to call up all those our indicators. They are still very relevant, and as the market is just starting this hour, we want to look at call our T line. Look at our T line. Don't forget our T line. We need to go there. As usual, we change it to what? Sorry, to change it to 8 days. We're gonna wait exponential. Very, very important. Still green. Sorry, 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 sorry. I picked the right moving average. I didn't see exponential. I can see it here now. Sorry. Moving average exponential. Cancel the first one. This our whole 8 days. It's very important for us to look at it. Yes, looking at the market now, you can see where the T line is. You can see that the market is above it. But I told you earlier that the more you see that the index action is far from the T line, what does this give you? Give you sign that profit taking on your individual stock where you are doing, where you are taking position. You need to know what to do at that particular time. The time for you to jump out, you need to know so that you won't be trapped in the web when the market go against you. You need to understand why in that position. Look at money flow at the same time. Then also look at our stochastic oscillator. Is very, very key as traders. You can see for yourself now. You see, we are not using more indicators now. I want to use these few ones so you can see the market on your own and understand how it's going. You can see here, you can see the position of the market, that the market is above the T line. You can see what is happening here. You can see where it is. You can see the distance where market has opened kind of a little gap up here. You can see it up here. I can see that volume also coming up gradually this morning. Yes, despite it's not much, you can see. But if you look at your oscillator, which is very, very important for us to also look at, you can see that the oscillator, despite that we're seeing an up market now, you see here that the momentum is coming down. But if you draw your line here, momentum is still for me. It's just a market activities. Money flow is relatively high above as we speak. Money flow is almost 90, which is for me is good. I'm trying to farm, not looking down at even when the momentum is trying to pull back. Money flow remains stable at 90, looking flat. And we're seeing here that's for the market. But now that the market is up, we're seeing more buyers, positive market breadth. Then market at this point, you need to keep your eyes here to see what is happening in the momentum. We're seeing the momentum slowing down here this morning. You can see it here coming below almost 50. But as far as the market is not, I've not broken down the T line. You need to keep your eyes, on the market. You can see that it is when the market pulled back down there on Thursday that the trend started. For this morning, I see the market coming up. Let's see as market go on what's going to happen. For quick one, I want to look at the 1 hour chart for the market to see where is the trend. You can see it. That's why I said you don't need to panic. Even on the 1 hour trend, I said that both money flow, the momentum is building. I can see it here. What I told you earlier is that because market crossed down below the T line the previous 2 days, you can see it here. That's where, but market is trying to make up. But this is a 1 hour chart we're looking. It's very, very positive. I'll tell you, it's a good one. Money flow is still above 50 basic point. 62 for me on the 1 hour chart. It's a good one. We're seeing strength coming back to the market. Looking at your momentum indicator down here, you can see it here that it's building up. For me, there's no cause for alarm. But because of our time, we quickly look at what is happening also in other stuff so that we can get the grab of the market as we speak. Yes, you can see that Access Bank is also on the uptrend, and that's why we want to go to that position now to see what is happening in Access Corp now, to know what you are to do with that stock as we speak. We need to take advantage of what is happening in the market to position. But let's see what is happening in Access Corp. And see, you will see the chart and what's expected for from the company. But I don't know, the chart is a bit slow today from the site where we are using for live chart. Even before we get started the class, I saw that the market was slow opening. I don't know whether it's from the site, but internet is very sharp here. But let's see site present for access to come up. Still waiting for access to come up. Then it's slow this morning. I don't know why it is slow. Let's quickly refresh it so that can give us what we need fast. This morning. Sorry for that. Let's see what we can get from it. Let's see if we can follow up the chart again. We can use end of the day, but live chart give us what is happening. That's why we need to wait for the, the chart to come up again so that we can see what we can do from here. Okay, see it coming up. Let's go to access for, sorry, I'm talking on access. Okay, good one, good one. Yes, good. You can see access chart now, and from here you can see that the chart of access. Let's quickly call our indicators we are using this class today. Like, because I refresh it, the program, it's good to know exactly what you're using to guide you take what informed decision at any time. That's why your chart is very, very important. That's why the fundamental of this company need to know the state of the what of the stocks and what is happening right there. And see access now. I've gotten there. Then we want to call the money flow and the stochastic so that we can go from there. Money flow. Good one. I like the chart like this. Yes, you can see access now. You can see that access has broken, another strong position here this morning. Touch as high as even getting to almost a 990 before pulling back to the recent 920 that you are seeing. That means it's a strength here. You can see the momentum for access remains strong. You can see there the pullback. You can see and access is trading above the T line. Mark what I'm just telling you so that you know if you are charting on your own, you can see that access is above the T line. Tells that something is happening there. But that's why when I said we have seen some stock like 9 stock making another buy range that you should look at forming a bullish base. These are the things we want to consider so that if you want to take advantage of those stock now, nothing stops you from calling my colleagues, grab our numbers, also send it to our WhatsApp so that they tell you those stocks immediately. It's very, very important. But we can see that access has broken outward another strong support resistance level here at this point, so that this stock is heading somewhere. Once access also break out also this region we are seeing at 10 naira at this level. Look at this line, dotted line we are seeing here. Tell you that the stock is going somewhere. Let me take a line so that you can see from here. You can see that access is heading something on this level. But if you also take this line also down here, you can now see that access has broken out this morning some resistance level again from this level. You need to check all this resistance level that is also broken or testing. Okay, it tested this one this morning. You can see. But if you come down here and see that from this angle, the stock have escaped from this consolidation period from here. Let's say from here, all this level from here, you can see that it has broken it out already down. You can see access is out of this range now. You can see for yourself. But good thing that you need to look at what is the momentum, what is the strength behind the stock. It's still very strong as you can see here. And money flow is also heading toward and 1 hour chart almost around the 41 now heading to 50. Once you cross it, and I see that yes, assets with that, but only that the volume this morning is not much as expected, still below the average traded volume for the stock. But once you cross it, it will also be a point. But the good that we are seeing an uptrend for the stock to remain above the still line. All this while we are also can a trend line. You can see that this is an uptrend also, and even a bullish channel for me is a good one. If you take your chart here, your line here, all the way up here, or all the way that up here, let's say from here, this also give you a bullish one, a bullish channel that you need to also master how to read them and see. This also kind of like that touch 2 points here. You said that it for a trend line to come like must connect 2 points, one here, one here. If you know you start drawing from here or from the week here down, as I've drawn here, you can see this was a bullish channel for access bank. And once you break out this upper trend line, that is another trend. But I can see that the momentum is building and the position that access beginning is very high for those. Let's just quickly look at what is happening in Chi PLC. These are the stocks that are on the top dinner this morning, so that you know what to do with all the stock, that you will not miss any opportunity in them. Let's look at the Chi PLC. Considered for market insurance. You can see now on a day chart, you can see the stock where it is. It tested almost at 65 this morning. You can see it on the daily chart. But as to speak, it's slightly also is below the T line. We have tested it on the market finish, but with a good strength. Money flow is still around 67, above 50 basis points. But you can see that also it has come down to a level that was seen like a new momentum is being built, and this momentum is sustained. The stock has almost touched almost 70 kobo before coming down on intraday. Once it also come back, it's probably like going to surpass it. Don't forget this stock has touched as high as almost 75 also, 78. If it comes and surpass it, I believe that the sentiment for the sector also likely to play. And don't forget that this company is one of also the most consistent, the payment payout company in insurance company. You want to keep your eyes on this company. It's very important at any given time. Then quick one before we call it a day. Let's look at what is happening in Fidelity, that how far now that I pull back, how far is going to go, and also Transcorp to call it a day. But for those that want to take advantage of the market now and to take position in stock, can quickly just reach out to my colleagues so that they tell you exactly what to buy this hour. It's very important. You need it so that you can take advantage of what is happening in the market. So speak, market is still very strong at this moment. Here, this Fidelity on the daily chart, you can see despite the seeming profit taking we're seeing, it has not broken down the T line, and the good thing that is building a momentum from the momentum indicator, and the money flow is still above 50. For because of it, a rebound here is very high, especially as the Fidelity will always release unaudited account for January before their full year. Unless they will change this year. But if you look at the trend they draw, they always release their first of all release their unaudited account before their corporate action. If that comes and they see the number and I tell you breaking out 5 naira to 5 is very possible. That's why we want to see the stock. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for Fidelity and see what it's doing. You can see on the 1 hour chart, you can see that it has confirmed the profit taking activities. You can see that it is slightly below what the T line. That's why I said you must look at multiple time frame when you are doing analysis. That's why we say that price action is for target, timing, and what momentum. Also, your time frame, multiple time frames. Look at the long to the short term. I mean, look at the day. We look at the 1 hour and also look at weekly. To also help you. For those that are looking at charts for daily, you must look at your 1 hour chart and your day chart. There also 15-minute chart also help you to arrive at a good position. That if you want to take profit using your T line, once you see that, look at the 15 minutes chart to tell you what is telling you for that, whether it's the time for you to take profit, to give you a sign when you are charting or using your technical analysis. Quick one, the last one, let's look at what is happening in transport before we call it a day. Like I said, I've seen an opportunity in the market now for those that want to take position that really want to buy into stock now. But if you're in buy and sell now, those that have taken advantage of the of the new package don't have issue. You can always reach us at any time for you to. But for those that are not there, you can call the numbers that are with us. Those that are in our group, those that know the number there, my number is there. Next thing and others, don't give us a call that we let you know the good stuff to look at. Yeah, this is Transcorp. As I want to show Transcorp for quality today. Transcorp on the 1 hour chart, but also is still slightly below the T line. Money flow is still below 50. Fine. Or see the momentum is remains strong. Since it's also above 50. For me, let's keep our focus. But those that are in Transcorp, I told you this top company, that their fundamental, look very good, but because of the payout, that's why you can see that those are not broken out a strong period of between 1 naira 20 kobo and 1 naira 10 kobo, 1 naira 20 kobo and 101. Around the 99 to 1 naira 20 kobo. That has been the kind of consolidated period. Once it break out this level, and you can see from here to this level, that has been the level for the stock. And this is what we tested there at this point. You need to know exactly once you break out the 120 mark, that is where you see a new rally in the stock. But when you see anything around the 105, 1010, I think it's a good one to position. But let's see the result. When the market reacts to the number, will likely also break out in the up direction. For those that are in the market at this time, I say don't panic, but let your profit taking guide you. You know why we are in the market. Have a go, trade your goal this year. That's what I started this year. Trade your goal. Don't allow the market to twist you up and down, or market to carry you up and also bring you down. No, trade your goal and also take your profit at the right time. On this note, I'll say thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, welcome to 2023 trading year. I know that this year will be more profitable for us as to share our knowledge here, share our insights here to guide you. Look forward to see you tomorrow. I remain Ambrose. Enjoy the rest of your trading day.